Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. I got a nice lesson for you today. We're going to extend the mouth a little bit. I got good stuff for you, so I ain't got the rush through it. Make it clear. Hope you get the message. Let's go. Writism, 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message. Message in the story for life. I give life lessons from the book, from the dome, but their life lessons are the same. That's what I do for you. You tune in to receive them. I'm gonna keep doing what I do for you. We got a good thing going. Let's continue. I'm on. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, that you do just that. This is why I give the lessons. This is why I teach. This is why I do what I do to help you. The question of knowing thyself, or the goal to knowing thyself, takes preparation. It's a process. You can master yourself by following some of these guidelines I set forth for you. And Mike Michael say, I'm gonna get you to know yourself by any means necessary. So I'm using everything at my disposal to make that happen. I got my silent stuff over here. I got all kinds of stuff. So I got information. That's my thing. All right. Know thyself. Question: do you know you? Yeah, I know. A person who knows, if you know you, you know which one of these persons are you. So let's rock. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Is that you? Not my people. A person who knows not, that person don't watch me. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, I got of people. It's simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do. It's all for you. I got you. I appreciate you too. That's the kind of people that watch me. A person who knows not and believe that they know, they just they avoid me. That's why I avoid them also. You should do the same. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's all you need to wake up. That's why I do what I do. It's all for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. You know yourself, right? Thinkers, to my eye, be true all the time. Now, this lesson title is The Six Generations of Divinities, aka aspects of your personality that you have to master in order to know thyself. It's all about creation. It's all about understanding what's going on, where it comes from, and how it all began. That's the foundation that everybody should have to stand on. Now you can go from there. Whatever decision you make after that is your choice. Again, just trying to help you out. Let's go. This is according to the Anuian theurgy, the order of evolution from subtle to gross, and the combinations that bring forth the generation divinities. This is what it looked like. Okay. Now you see up there, Ra is at the top. Singular, one. According to Anuian theology, Ra is king. Okay? It's all about Ra. He starts it off. Then you got what they call the six generations bring forth what? The main divinities according to the Anuian theology. Again, just Heliopolis back to them. This was their concept. It starts from the infinity, which is that, okay, constant going around, or you use the Ouroboros, where a serpent is eating his own tail. Ra emerges out of the noon, okay? He brings forth Shu Tefnut. I gave the creation story, how that happened, so I don't need to be going through that. If you don't know, I got some videos for that. I got over 2,000 of them. You can check any one you want, but it's all give you information pertaining to what I do, which is enlighten you with knowledge that you can use for yourself. So Shu Tufnut was born. Shu represents air. This is why we know that the Creator is conscious, all conscious. Before anything happened, he put air, he put moist air, opposites, but they come together to make what? The air that we breathe and the rain from above that furnishes what? The land, the earth. That's Geb, represented by the heaven is Newt. She's the heavenly star deck heavens that covers man. I keep trying to tell you in the situation with the sex, women always on top. Another lesson, but that's the point. Heaven is above, earth is below. Same as above, same as below. At one time, I gave you a story about how they got separated. Shu, which is air. Only thing between heaven and earth is air, Shu, and toughness, but she brings the water down. So yeah, next one you got after that, they brought forth after the earth and heaven, then in turn gave birth to those are five elements: sun, air, water, earth, and heaven. They call it air ether, okay, but same thing. But watch this, and after that, they gave birth to Asar, the first spirit in human flesh. Consider it, y'all would call him Adam or Adonis, the first man, whatever. But this is the Nubian theology concept. So I'm not comparing, I'm just giving you this. So understand that. That's what I'm teaching. Now, once Asar was here, his opposite, he represents the spirit, soul, and human beings. We all are Asar. Then his opposite, his mate, is Aset. Aset represents intuition and wisdom, knowledge of self. She represents that. They come together, they make Haru, the perfect child, the complete one. But they got Haru was born complete. Another story, but let's make it quick. They gave birth to Haru Picard. That's what we're gonna learn about the baby Haru, which is all of us before becoming enlightened beings. So moving on. After that, they had brother sister pair. Set, my man. Now Set, everybody think is bad because everybody got the wrong idea. They turn him into the devil. And in that context, yeah. But Set is your ego. You need ego to do what you need to do. That's the dog in the fight. They said they inside the dog in the fight, inside the fight in the dog. Set is the fight in you. Okay, understand it. He don't give up. He don't back down. Another lesson. But when him and Nephthys get together, Nephthys represent nature, mortality. Isis is immortality. Nephthys opposite is mortality. They're twins. They mirror each other. So again, just like Osiris is Asar, good, spiritual, perfect. His brother, egoistic, not too good, or far from perfect. So Set is a unique individual. He don't have no offspring. He has no children. Why? Ego don't produce nothing. That's another lesson. I'll get you to that one. But now, uh, Nephthys fell in love with Asar, which is what? The spirit. So nature and the spirit get together. They bring on Apu, which y'all know him as Anubis. He represents right thinking, right discernment. Okay, he's your conscious who knows right from wrong, false from true. That's what we need to use on a day-to-day basis. Another aspect of your personality that you need to master. Okay, he represents dispassion, detachment. He just do his job. He leads you to the next level in the underworld. Asar, Aset get together, they make Haru. That's the sixth generation. Okay, so let me get into this lesson like this. Now, here we go. Start now. It started out with Ra, the one singular. I tell everybody, everything is on the one. According to Nubian theology, everything came from the one, which is Ra, fire. Shu, air. Tough Newt, moisture. Gad, earth. Newt, heaven. They go. The story goes with the monument, the obelisk. That's really Gab's another lesson, but yeah, they was in a love embrace. Heaven and earth was like this until Shu got between them, and they was punished for what they did. Another lesson. But from that union comes Asar, Aset, Haru, grown, Set, and Nephthys. So they had 5 kids. At one time, we had 360 days for a complete year. That made the year. Where the other 5 days come from? According to them, the kids from Newt and Gad. There you go. And those 5 days are holidays. That was it. Festival days. That's when they did it for, because they represented the kids, the divinities. Okay. Next one you got Haru Picard. That's Haru as a baby. You see him suckling from a mother, Madonna. That's Aset and Haru nurturing. That's y'all call it now Christ and Mary. I ain't going there, but that's where it comes from. It's the original. Again, Asar, Aset, and Haru, the first royal family, the first Trinity concept: Father, Mother, and the Son. And in the Trinity, from their aspects, the offspring is always male. This little tidbit. See, Rob brought forth. We got that. We did that. Did that. Okay, now let's get over to the good stuff. I'm in the book now. Get your popcorn. Get your seat. Get comfortable. We're about to go for a nice little educational ride. Let's go. Now, Ra gives rise to Shu and Tafnu. Shu is what? The principle of air, space. Space is the first aspect, element of the divine that is what? Necessary in order for what? Creation to even be possible. Again, thinking ahead, he took care of that. Watch this. Now, in Eastern mystical teachings, this principle is referred to again as ether. Different word, same thing. Okay. The next principle of creation is Tefnut. The lion is female. She symbolizes the subtle potential, what? Dynamic energy, aka the life force within all creation. They call it second. She is that which allows creation to what? Have movement. The male aspect is sediment. The female is the movement. That's why she's on top. She is represented by who? Represented as the lioness. And you know anything about the animal kingdom? The lioness is the most fierce thing out there. Not the man, talking about the king of the jungle. No, you fear that female. Why? You don't want to get behind you. She's the hunter. Okay, she's the killer. And she is related to what? The ancient Egyptian goddess known as Sekhmet. The female lioness, plural. Sekhmet is the goddess who presides over Sekhem, aka serpent power, life force of all things. So it's the female aspect that's in creation also. Now we're going to move down to Geb and Nut. Next, you got Shu and Tefnut. They gave rise to Geb and Nut. Remember, Geb and Nut was in a love embrace against Ra's wishes. They was in love with each other, so they was having sex. And when Ra told Shu to separate them, he gets between them. That's why you see the picture with Shu pushing Nut up. And you see Gabe on the bottom, but you see his fingers up. So that's another lesson. But that's what y'all use as monuments. They call it the techno or the obelisk. Some people say it's Osiris' penis. No, Gab was, he didn't lose his. His is, yeah, this is it. So, okay, here you go. Now, then you got Geb and Nut as the earth and the heavens, respectively. So, from the subtle essence, which is started with Ra, down to air and moisture, to even firmament, which is the earth, and the heavens covering, which is Nut. Now, you have essence of creation, Ra, the subtle principle, space, and life force energy emerged. Now, from space and life force energy, this is the story, even more dense principles arise, and this constitutes what? The physical world, aka the firmament, the earth, the stars, the planets, that's new. Okay, outer space, etc. Everything's in place. Now what we got? Here we come. Thus, from Ra, the basic principles. Now these are principles, concepts, elements, forces of nature. Okay, calm down, relax, don't get excited. Now, these are principle creation emanated, and this sets the stage for what? Existence of human beings and the life forms of creation. Us. Some say from Ra tears when Ujat the eye brought back Shu and Tefnut, he cried, and that's where humans came from. It's a few different stories, but everybody got their concept, and it's okay. If it makes sense, it's okay. If it don't make sense, don't just believe it, because they say, if you analyze something that I'm saying and it don't make sense, come back to me and let me know, please. Okay, but you got to notice that all the principles, Shu and Tefnut, Gab and Newt are what? All pairs what? Opposites. I try to show you that as you go along. Those four elements are opposite, the one singular being the sun, Ra, which have been what? Giving male and female iconograph, meaning symbols, concepts. Everything ain't male or female, but you use that like the yin and the yang. You need two opposites to make a complete understanding. So this points out what? To the teaching that existence is what? A mingling of opposite principles which emanate from what? The single essence. However, in and of themselves, they are not what constitute life. Again, from the human point of view, why? Because they do not contain the dynamic consciousness of the self or spirit, aka Ra, in the proper manner to allow reasoning, which is the mind, feeling, which is what we do, essence, the senses, etc. But now to manifest reasoning and feeling, memory, action, sound like humans, don't it? Love and other capabilities are what constitute human existence. That's us. That's what we made of. Oh, yeah. But they just make it simple. We know molecules, acting, organ, they just made it real simple. Now, in order for those to what? Manifest in the proper combination of matter and spirit must be present. Yin and yang. Spirit, matter. The body, the spirit. Humans. That's what it's all about. The next five, watch this. Now, the first five was, remember, elements. Next five represents what? The melding of God and creation, which allows human life to exist and to be sustained. The story goes, Ra created everything perfect. Humans wasn't involved. He saw perfection in everything, but guess what? He had nobody to what? Worship and praise him for his. So he gonna try his own creation. He created humans and he got inside his own creation. Het Haru. God lives in his creation. The spirit lives in the flesh of man, human. Hope you understood that. Bam! It's a good lesson. Now, after that, the humans that was born started with a star, spirit and humans. I Set, and Nephet. They count to four. Some stories count to five. Haru He was born perfect as a divinity, but he starts out as ignorant, as a little baby coming through life. So it's really about the phase of life. How about that? So I'll take this, keep beating around the bush. So let me get this point across to you right quick. All right, let me move it on. From Geb and Newt, I rose, Asar, I set in the back. Asar and Aset represents what? That's the epitome of human existence. They're perfect with that essence of what they represent. They're perfect. Watch this. In the view of the myth, remember this is a myth. This is explaining how to be so you can emulate the concept. That's what philosophy, that's what theology is all about. Scientific aspects and concepts that you can mimic, emulate, and manifest for yourself. So understand that. So moving on. Now the myth is seen as what? The soul of creation, mind, body, and soul. Conscious, physical, and the soul that's inside. That's God, aka Asar, is a reflection of what? The divine consciousness, Ra. Aset represents intuitional knowledge. I keep explaining to you that we use 10% of our thinking capacity. When you master your intuitive knowledge, open your third eye, you can go up into the Akashic records, the realm where you know all conceptually. The wisdom, which transcends time and space, is what? Is united with the soul. That's eternity. Set and Nephthys, watch this. Now that's the higher conscious level. That's the royal family. They go together. Now you got Set and Nephet. They represent what? The lower nature of what? Every human being. We have all these characteristics in our personality. Nobody's exempt. And they cover all of them. So your goal is you can do this or you can do that. That's what he gave you, free will. Let's go. Set is what? The egoistic will of human. They're telling you, beings. We know about him. Oh, the devil. That's the Satan. No. That's you. Watch this. When you go out on your own, once you get knowledge of yourself and decide to do what you want to do, there's a price to pay for that. Kick them out for that. According to y'all. But watch this. Set is the will, the egoistic will of what human beings that watch. And they are these qualities: selfish, greedy, impulsive, and full of what? Desires for sensual pleasures. Whatever goes. Male, female, they don't care. Having fun and having sex, they didn't care who they had it with or what they did for. So that's just reckless behavior. That wasn't good ancient times. It ain't good now, but that's being perpetrated as a way of life, and that's driving me crazy. As you see, I get excited. But we knew about this a long time ago. Knowing who he was and being communicating with God ain't nothing new for the Christians who believe the Bible is the only way to get to. Calm down, leave them alone. Just teach the lesson. Sorry about that. But yeah, the ego is on the 5 levels of they smell it, they see it, they hear it, they touch it, they taste it. So they want to explain or explore that. That's all they know. Spiritual beings, spiritual enlightened beings, intellectual right thinking beings, we use spiritual discipline to conduct ourselves in a respectful manner. Like Asar and I said, we are Haru. Moving on once we figure that out. So therefore, watch this. Set is that aspect of human beings that is prone to what? Becoming involved with and will exasperate the desires and the egoistic tendencies of the mind. All these perverted actions, that's all Satanian. Not the devil. No, that's just how you want to be. Satisfying your personal below nature stuff and having stuff that's already been understood a long time ago. There ain't nothing new. But watch this. Now, when this occurs, a human being does not see things clearly and becomes what? Enslaved, as it were, by his or her own desires, not somebody else's. Ain't nothing out there doing nothing to you. You're causing it all. That's why I call them fetters, self-inflicted issues, because of your own selfish desires, feelings, emotions, and attachments to what? Worldly objects and for worldly experiences. They want to be somebody. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want a lot of money. You want everything. That's selfish. That's sad. Y'all call it the devil. Y'all call what you want. Same thing. I'm just trying to let you know where he is. He ain't out there. That's like God. He ain't up there. I'll show you the body with the set head and the Haru head. Your choice. That's you. The inner you is the same. It's what you do up here, past your neck. That's what counts. Now, this is known, watch this, as spiritual what? Ignorance. Or spiritual bondage to what? The world of time and space. Meaning you hooked on now. You hooked on, yeah, yeah. But when it's time to stand up and be responsible for what you did, don't want that. Why? They know. They know. You know what you do and what you don't do. So you can fake everybody. Man, they ain't got time for that. But when you stand and choose for yourself, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, I wear it proud. It's also, watch this, the cause of reincarnation. Why? Because you didn't enlighten your spirit to who it was. So it's got to go and hope the other person do it for them. They can't do it for themselves. That's why we have free will. We have consciousness. And watch this, reincarnation, or what they call the cycle of birth and death. Your spirit, when you die, you're going to go find a new birth, and hence birth got to go through it again. It's a cycle. None of our spirits are pure. Why? It done been here before. The ones that get enlightened go back. Conceptually, this is all concept. This is all mythological, scientific aspects that we use to philosophically explain what it is we do and why we do it. That's all. And now with every human being, what happens? You suffer until what? They attain, you ready? Spiritual enlightenment. I'm trying to save you from hell, a fate worse than death. Just saying. Moving on. I'm going to give us a half hour. I got 5 more minutes left. I got another paragraph here, but I got more. But I'm going to give you a half hour. I'm going to take up all your time, but hope you get the lesson because I like them doing this. Now, watch this. Now, with Neptat, she represents mortality. Like I said, she represents nature. And all of that is transient in human existence. She knows death is coming and death is imminent. She is physical nature itself, which what? Which transforms itself when? Constantly. The flowers dead in the winter. Summer, they come back. In spring, they come back. They die, then they come back. That's nature. So if you don't get enlightened, your spirit gonna come back to another body, just like nature. It's gonna generate over and over again, bringing forth what life, only to see what it died and what be reborn again. If it don't, well, nature don't care. It's gonna generate. But as humans, our goal is to what? Get the spirit back home. It's on loan. God's gift, life is God's gift to us. What we do with it is our gift to Him. What? Take it back. Go back. Conceptually. Okay, so let me finish this lesson right quick. So, thus, she also resides over reincarnation. She's around at death. Why? That's what she do. She knows it's going to happen. We all know we're going to die. So, being scared of the event, something that's going to happen eventually, no. That's a waste of time. Live, do, and be. And when that happens, you're ready. Watch this. She's still in reincarnation, but also she represents another important principle of human existence. Now, that is the quality of devotion. She loved us all. Her mate, she was a consort to Set. Couldn't stand him. Nobody could. We know the kind of people. And it's all about personality. These are characters that we bring to life, but they're really just personality traits of individuals that we can see it in every individual. Hopefully some of y'all gonna start calling your people who you act like Seth. Call them Seth. Don't call them the devil, call them Seth. They don't have a clue. Okay, but that's what they try to show you. When your devotion is to the divine, what's right, you forsake anything else. Why? Because you know it's right. And she fell in love with her sister's husband. Just remember, these ain't real people. So get the concept. What they're showing you is mortality, love, spirit, the soul. It don't like the ego. That's the concept. And watch this. She had devotion in all life, which was expressed in the highest degree through what? The emotion of what? Love. Ain't that what God represents? Which manifests in every human being. We all have heart. We all have some desire to either be loved or to love. Then the worship gene, the concept. There's got to be something more than this. Got to be somebody. Yeah, that's all implanted in us. That's God. So let's move on. That loves Asar, right? Why? That is to say, she was devoted to him and wants to mate with him. Everybody think no. It means she wants to live in the spirit that's divine, that's pure, not an egoistic person who ain't doing nothing for her. She wanted a baby. She had to go to my man. Why? My man can't do it. See, they had erectile dysfunction a long time ago. He couldn't. He was shooting blanks. Oh, too funny. Excuse me. So let me get with this. So, and she wanted to mate with Asar. Why? In other words, watch this. Mortality desires immortality. That's the concept. The freedom of the soul. When she mates with Asar, watch this, they bring forth Anubis, Anpu, who what? Who represents right thinking, aka right discernment. Right thinking means I know right from wrong. You can't trick me. You can't fool me. No. I ain't a sucker. And there's one born every day according to them. I ain't him. Okay? I wasn't born at midnight. That's the concept. And only way you can have that confidence, understand, is to know thyself and understand who you are through your discernment quickly. Therefore, upon discovering Apu conscience, no longer does a person, watch this, desire worldly things for their own sake. When you rise above the physical nonsense, you'll see that all that's gone. And what? When the party's over, this all stays here. You can't take nothing with you. Okay? So empty yourself. No longer does the person care and think about what? The body. It ain't going nowhere. Body to the earth, spirit to heaven. Mortality, watch this, and finite existence, those are principles of that. She represents nature. But they now turn towards, watch this, that which is what? True in life, the spirit, the soul. Human love manifests in various degrees. Some people love themselves. We know a bunch of them. Vain, conceited, whatever, we know them, okay? Some people love themselves in a selfish way, caring for themselves only. This condition, watch this, is set operating through them. Y'all call it the devil. They call it set, same thing. Other love material objects. Here we go. Cars, fancy cars, big house, and sensual pleasures. The girls. You gotta have girls. You got to have a bunch of girls. Why? It's pleasure. That's what you and you if you had 72 virgins, how many things you can get through? This is conceptually. So all that they promise you, just think, do that make any sense? And first of all, in the next round, there's no physical body. So spare me that. You get the virgin, you killing these people, you jihad, all that nonsense. Come on, man. Live, do, love. Watch this. This is all Satan. Although a more expanded manifestation of love, others love the family members. Yeah, we got to. That's what we talk. You got to love your brother and sister. Not if he ain't treating me right. The brother killed his own brother. So he should love him? Spare me that concept too. Other love family members, and still others love their community. When you want to do what's right, my man, for Streets of Christ, he loved his community. Why? He taking care of it. He's showing it. He ain't talking about it. He being about it. We ain't going there. All right, but watch this. Love may expand to include one's country or even humanity. I'm on that tip. I'm not going to join the armed forces, no, but if something happens, I'm standing for my country. I'm down with you, but I'm not, no, I'm good. But I'm down with helping humanity. That's why I get up every day and do what I do to help enlighten you. And guess what? The highest love in time and space is for what? God and the transcendent, that is what they call the Neberja, which is the absolute, the one, aka God. Like y'all like to say, the most high God. All right. I'm gonna stop right here and pick up on it on the next lesson. Half hour time a little much. I hope you appreciate the lesson. I appreciate giving to you. Oh, I'll be right back.